All righty, traders. I'm here. I'm here. Sorry. I was in the middle of doing something in the chat room. If you guys haven't, we were sitting here, here's for those of you that are not in the chat room, we were just, Simon's doing a poll for, for soccer. He's been doing this for the last 24 hours. I'll show you what his original message is. You can see it, for his, shoot, I have to go back to like yesterday at some point. So we're having fun with that. This is what happens in the ForexAnalytix chat room when, the markets are kind of slow like they are. So gosh, it's still way, oh, that was even yesterday. So anyway, it just keeps going. So he had to do it before the first match of today. Anyway, we were just kind of chit-chatting about that. I was just telling him something personally, an idea. But anyway, we're going to get to the markets. So first of all, I got to say that the euro dollar is actually holding the breakdown point. That we have to be respectful of, at least at this moment. I am going to say while we're below, and I'm not going to write this because you guys know we are too much. We are in a market that actually gives us false breakouts and breakouts and breakdowns all the time. So I can't sit here and go, we're going to break down and we're, next support levels, we're going here and then resistance is going to be right here. I can't put the resistance is going to be right here because realistically resistance is up here. We could very easily take this back out again, but that's 2150. So, well, I guess I should write down. I'll write it down for now, but realize I'm not going to put bearish in this range because I don't think it's bearish. Even though intraday I feel it's bearish, right? So resistance is really 122. I think that's going to be, this is the key, 122. But I do think we're in a range, right? I do think we're in a range. Support is, when I say range, I believe this is the range. Like I said during the F.A.C.E webinar, I think this is the range that we're going to be in. Support is at 121. And then 127% extension of this move. Hold on, let me remove that. I mean, that comes in at 120.67. I guess we should write that down now. I'm going to write down these two levels. So 120.70, 121. Okay. I think that's doable for now. Okay. Okay, let's go over to the sterling. So I was trying to put in a short, well, I actually already canceled my order. I had an order to sell the cable at 142.20 last night. It obviously didn't get triggered. I was hoping after this move yesterday, we were going to squeeze up toward, past 142 and just trip all the stops above that. And then I wanted to be short. Obviously that didn't happen. So, the thing is I think we have to continue to respect the 142 level, 140.70, 142.50. Should we get up there? That's it. I mean, 140.70, and I want to say 141. The reason why I'm going to say 141 is because that's channel support, right? Resistance is at 142 and then 142.50. You guys already know that. Okay, range. Aussie. So that didn't hold. Well, it gave us a false breakout there. I really don't think that we need to even care much about it anyway. So we should still write down 78.20, 76.80, or 76.75, but it doesn't really matter. You guys should know that 76.80, 78.20, and nothing's changed. It's just the same freaking range we're in. The Kiwi, though, I sent an update earlier this morning just so you guys, if you missed it, just remember on ForexAnalytix, guys, most of the basic technical analysis, like especially at this time in the morning, is me, or within the last couple hours is me, and Amanda and Polly do like overnight stuff. Okay, and then the end of day analysis for the basic technical analysis is me. So most times. So when I send out like the Kiwi dollar basic technical analysis, it says Kiwi has rejected the descending trend line 7 times. So, be respectful of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that means that the 72-cent level is important right now, at least intraday, right? Support is down here at 71.25, as you guys know. Okay. Dollar CAD. Ooh, we're getting close, man. I wonder if we're going to actually try to trip the stops above 121.50 this morning. It's possible. Don't get carried away buying a move above 121.50. I'm not saying that it won't go. I'm just saying that it's Friday. There's, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if this happened. Dude, right? Support. I mean, you guys know that. Hey, by the way, I wanted to ask you all, did you guys get a chance to watch that? I know you probably haven't had time, but tell me what your thoughts are on that video that I made 2 days ago, the 5 top or worst trader traits. Yeah, tell me your thoughts about that if you had a chance, when you get a chance to watch it. I want to make sure that stuff like that is beneficial to you guys. Because I think it's good for not only new traders, but for traders like us that have been around for a while. I think it's really important. 89.30. Resistance is the 200-day moving average, which is 90.70. 90.75. It's only a 10-minute video, by the way. US dollar, Norwegian krona, same 824, 842. 824, 842. And this is really key resistance. So we're kind of creeping our way up there this morning. So we're not quite there, but just, if we get up into the near 840, just be respectful that we have not broken it since mid-April. So like almost 2 months, right? Dollar Mexican peso. I bought this yesterday. I bought it at 1969, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I sold it yesterday basically for a break even. I sold it like 1970, like right here, like 1971. That it's really not worth talking about. But the reason why I bought it yesterday is because I think I pulled it up for you guys at some point. I said that this could be the Wyckoff consolidation, and this low volume sell off would be right here. The selling climax would be right over here, right? So, or this feels like accumulation to me, and we're holding support. So, I guess the point I'm trying to make is if we get back above 1980, I have to get long again. I don't mind paying up for it if I know that it's a false breakdown. So 1980 is resistance. 1955 is support. We have to stay bearish for now. Shoot, I can't even do that. I have to keep these in range, guys. I just have to. And this one can be in bearish, but not with that 1955 level holding. And if we get back above 1980, then, and it's not just the dollar Mexican peso, guys. Let me show you something else. Look at the Rand. Okay, the Rand, and remember, these two tend to run in circles, dollar Mex and the South African Rand here. Okay, we might, be developing a little head and shoulder pattern. There's your neckline, and there's, channel resistance. So just, if you start to see like the dollar, if you see some of these emerging market currencies come under pressure, then we might get a little squeeze up here. Okay. Dollar yen. So I would be really happy if the dollar yen broke 109.20 now, or 109.15, because that's channel support. That's horizontal support. So okay, that's why I'm going to put an asterisk there. Resistance is still 110 or 109.80 right now. I'll give it that. You know what? I'm just going to write 110. But I'd be really happy if 109.15 broke, because if it did, it'd probably take down the other yen pairs. And, you guys know I'm short some Euro yen, I'm short some Canadian yen, waiting for this support to break. That's not going to break. And in my opinion, it's not going to break until the dollar yen does. But I may be wrong. Maybe it's not yen related. Maybe it's more dollar related. But for now, that's how I feel about the dollar yen. Let's go to dollar index. So we're back up at the 618. As long as 89.90 is holding, got to be very careful being bearish dollar index here. 90.60 is resistance. Okay. I'm going to keep us on range, because between now and if we break through this support right here, back through the 89.60 level, if we break through that, it's going to be following the FOMC. Right? S&P market just opened. Let's see if we can bolt up to new highs. We are at 42.50. Beyond that is 43.03. 42.50, 43.03. We have to stay bullish while we're above. Intraday, this trend line, which comes in at 42.20, but really while we're above. Right now it's 41. 60. Bitcoin and gold and silver. Silver, we're at resistance. Further resistance, 28.30. Hold on really fast before you write that down. 28.39. That's the 78% retracement. 28.39. Support, I mean 27, but I'm just trying to think intraday. I mean, any dip down to like 27.50 is probably going to find support now. All right. Gold. It might be what gold's doing right now, but you guys know that 1845, 1920. And if we break this, if we break this, we're going to break one of these two next week. I think post FOMC, we're breaking. Okay, here's gold really quick. We're breaking the 200-day moving average and we're going lower. Okay. If with dollar strength, or we're going to break this resistance at 1921 and we're going to go, we're going to revisit these highs and the dollar is going to get absolutely smashed. One of those two things is happening this next week, my opinion. Following the FOMC, we are going to be breaking one of those two. Okay? What am I missing? Oh, Bitcoin. Oh, you guys already know Bitcoin. Okay. 39,000, 42,000. It's resistance. 39K, 42K. Support is going to be 30K. Okay, so let me answer a couple questions. And this is bearish, by the way. While we're below the 200-day moving average, you guys know I'm bearish. I've explained that to you guys in nauseum today on the daily roundup. So, or on the daily roundup on the morning edge. So, or not. This is the morning edge on the face. Holy cow! I'm so happy it's Friday.
One out of three.
Oh my God!
33%.
Like somebody stop. All right, so. So, hey, first of all, I got some comments. John said, if dollar Canadian gets to 121.50, that's it's ADR 20. Okay. Well, good. Well, then that would maybe give you that extra confidence to sell some up there. John, and here's the thing. I believe in false breakouts in this market way more than anything else. But I think we just have to be respectful of that. And Brian said, hey, I'm going to look at that video later today. And Cedric asks, hey, Blake, where can I access the video? I'm still learning your system. Sure. First of all, you can always follow us on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, but let me give you this link here. And I'm going to put it in our chat box. Go to, when you go to here, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to it. That'll help you quite a bit. I think if you just subscribe to that channel, Or follow us on Twitter, because I'll tweet it, and you know, the ForexAnalytix account will tweet it too, and you know, that type of thing. So and Amira said, and put like on YouTube. Yeah, if you could click, you know, if you could click like, and thank you, Amira. If you can click like, or and like I said, if I miss anything in those videos, just comment down below, because you know, making comments, you know, other people can read that, and helps everybody else out, in my opinion. So anyway, Steve Stelios, I know, Steve, you just did a long analysis, you know, with the people on Face. But, you know, Stelios and I were talking yesterday, and he goes about that video, going back to that video. He's like, you know, that's probably one of the more valuable videos people can have, is, you know, bookmark that, because how many times have we fallen into the, you know, those traps of exhibiting the worst of those trader trades, right?
Absolutely. And you know what? You were talking on Face about this, and you were talking about, you know, how everybody, we've all blown accounts, etc.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, and you're gonna laugh. I was, you know, for people who know me, I was a trader for 10 years. I was a market maker. I was trading billions and billions in short-term interest swaps, and I had done some pretty big size, some pretty big deals, etc. Then I came back to Greece, and I traded for myself, which is a very different proposition. And I said to myself, I'm going to open a very small account just to start trading on my own, etc. And I'm lucky enough that I made it really, really small. I think I blew it within a week. and and then I said, okay, this is a very different environment to what I was before. It's very different to trading for an investment bank and for yourself. So so then I took it slowly. I looked at the, you know, the situation, how things are different, and I've become a very different trader as well, because I used to be a market maker, so I do like 100 trades a day, and now I do one a day if I'm, you know, if it's a good day. So so it's you have to know how to adapt as well.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things you do, one of the things I'm going to make a video for, you know, this is obviously for our community, for just traders around the world, whether or not they're in our community. One of the videos that I'm going to make, guys, is really the difference between trading for yourself for a living, trading for somebody else, trading for a bank. And then maybe I'll bring in your comments, Stelios, to this video, because look, there's a huge difference between how you react with your own money, how you react with somebody else's money, especially if you know them, trading size versus not trading size, trading for a bank, not trading for a bank. I mean, I try to explain to people, I just came off of the last 5 years of trading for people and individuals, right? And but like in big size. But man, when you know those people and you lose money, which, you know, you're not going to make money every trade, you're just not. But when you lose money for like people and you know them, dude, it weighs on you, man. You know, it just does. Yeah. And if you're trading for a bank and you lose money, you're like, well, F the bank. I don't care about the bank.
Well, you know, your career is at stake, but still,
your career might be at stake, but it's not like there's a completely different. I mean, there would be, like, if I took a loss in a bank, obviously, you know, yes, your career is at stake. You're stressed because of your job, performing well for your job, but it's not like, oh my God, I just lost the bank. You know, I just lost the bank. I had I lost $500,000 this day. Oh my God, I need to make that money back quick, you know, because it's, you know, it's a different dynamic that you have. Yeah. Your relationship between your employer being a bank and an individual just is. It's got to be.
Very true.
It's got to be, you know. Anyway, I want to make a video like that and I'm going to specifically get your input, because I've never traded for a bank.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and so when I make that video, it's going to be my point of view, and then, you know, based on my experience, and then, you know, but it's all the stuff that doesn't get said. It's not said, right? you got all these companies that are like, oh, you can trade and make $1 gazillion and it's all about compounding and blah, blah, blah. There's some truth to some of those things, but to a lot of it, there isn't, because, when you get to certain sizes, people have backstops, people have roadblocks. I have a mental roadblock at certain levels with dollar amounts. I do.
Yeah, it's natural.
It is like, and it's hard to get above those. I know what my max loss is that I can mentally take before I'm like, I can't deal with that anymore. And it's different than probably yours is, Stelios, and yours is, Steve. Much different, Yeah. So anyway, those are the unsaid things that need to be said. And I think that you all will really benefit from these experiences, right? Because that's the point to doing what we do is, if I could share 25 years worth of experience with you guys and you can somehow benefit from that to avoid certain mistakes, or be able to, to avoid certain mistakes, or say, oh, you know what, I remember Blake talking about this and this is how he overcame it, or yada, yada, yada. That's what it's all about, right? Because I wish somebody did it for me. Anyway. Okay. I'm out. Cool. Steve, Stelios, I'm going to pass it to you guys. I'm actually going to be driving in a few hours. I'm going to be driving back up to Northern Arizona to go pick up my kid from camp. So you guys have a great weekend. Gregor Horvat's going to do the week ahead video. So you guys are in for a treat this weekend. So
yay. Finally, a good week ahead video.
I know.
Yeah, finally.
Somebody could finally do a good video, for Christ.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Enjoy. Have a great one.
Bye-bye, mate.
Thank you.
See you guys.
So we're seeing, guess what? A little bit of more of risk on. Actually, it's interesting because the dollar's rallying to this morning, today, a little bit, but we still get risk on. Yields are doing nothing. Friday.
Yields are at support, actually, as Blake showed. Yeah, so this is a key level.
Yes. So it's Friday. You don't want to short the market on Friday, usually. And
if we're talking about this market, you don't want to short it at a day that ends with Y.
Yeah,
at any day that ends in Y.
Yeah. So again, I'm going to be really boring and repeat what I've been saying, that I don't see why we should go against this trend for any reason. Yields are still not doing anything. I mean, they need to really spike for us to have any kind of view, a bearish view on equities. Look at the DAX. It's gunning higher, and S&P all-time highs. I mean, I have nothing new to say. It's just more of the same. We grind.
Here's the DAX. Back tested this broken triangle trendline support, held nicely, trying to build on a morning star formation. If we assume that we close more or less like this, and you look at the previous two candlesticks as well, quite a bullish reversal. I mean, I don't even know if you can call it a reversal, because in essence, we just had, one negative day and 2 days of consolidation. That was it.
What you just said just sums it up. The pullbacks are non-existent.
Yeah, non-existent.
Apart from COVID, last year, February, yes. But really,
since then, you see two negative days, and it's like a miracle.
Yeah. So at the moment, there really is no reason to be looking for excuses to go short indices or yet along the dollar. I don't think. It's a grind, and it's a pain when you try to go against it, and it's a pain in general.
It is.
So I'm personally sticking with my positions. Everybody knows them: gold, silver, miners. I have a bit of that uranium ETF, which is doing well. And
who cares about that? Let's talk something serious. Who are you supporting in the upcoming Euro?
In the upcoming Euro, we're not playing, are we? We're not in it.
Thankfully, for the competition, no, we're not.
Then I'm always supporting Italy. I like Italy.
Yeah.
Are they in it?
I'm with you. Yeah, they are in it. They are in it.
Yeah.
Actually, the premiere today against Turkey tonight.
Oh, really? Okay.
10 o'clock at night.
What I'm looking at right now is the semifinals, where our Greek player is playing in the French Open, and he's winning 1-0. Come on. Anyway.
Tsitsipas, huh?
Yes. So what else can I say? I can't say anything else. Cryptos are still, Bitcoin is still oscillating around 36, 37-ish thousand. I still think it's heavy, and it's trading heavy, and it's kind of consolidating the recent downward leg. And it's still, if you look at the daily chart, it's still in a really, really nice triangle, which oh, there you go. Sorry, I was looking at my chart and I just switched to yours. So I think this will probably get resolved to the downside. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. But apart from that, I have nothing new to say. Currencies, I mean, I don't know is the answer. I really don't. And weirdly, you have today equities going higher, and the Aussie, the Kiwi, they're all down on the day. So
yeah, it's, in my opinion, probably an outlier type of day. I mean, I don't expect this to become a trend of some kind in any way. So, one of the two has to give. Either the dollar has to give, or equities have to give. But both of them
equities never
moving
give.
higher. Yeah, true. But both of them keep moving higher in tandem. I very, very, very much doubt it. Very much doubt it.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so we covered almost everything before. I'll be more than happy to take any number of questions you have, guys, gals, before we call it a
Natural
weekend.
gas we're starting with.
Yeah, absolutely. And gas. Let's see. Where is it hiding? There it is. Okay, so moment of truth. Natural gas seems to be finally breaking above this symmetrical triangle, right? And I think if confirmed by the end of the day, this is a very bullish development, as simple as that. And I think it opens the door for an extension towards 373. So, we're going to know. By the end of the day, we're going to know if that's the case. And it's also nice, end of week, end of day, end of week, if they both confirm, it's going to be a nice bullish breakout, a very nice technical development, which I anyhow thought that sooner rather than later it's coming. So, I mean, aligns with my thesis. Yeah. So, so I think you should probably trust this. I don't think you should try to fade it. As simple as that. Regarding silver, SILJ, please look at it. What is your target? SILJ
that's the one I'm long of, so I can answer the target for my part. But anyway,
SILJ has not broken out yet, right? But once it breaks out, you can see that we have as a first target that peak over there, almost at 20. So I would have to say that the first upside target is at 20. And then we have that one over there at 21.5. So these are the next two upside targets. What are you looking for, Stelio?
My personal view, I got in at 1560, and I was looking at 20. So, and I usually, what I do is I put my target for partials just below. So basically 20 is a level. So I put a first take profit at 1950 for like half of the position. And then
sounds good.
So that's my my personal view.
Yeah, sounds good.
No problem.
Now, having to do with palladium, platinum, listen, I don't have something to add to those, especially copper and palladium. They're still, there they are. So they're still consolidating. In my opinion, so far they 100% look like corrective formations. Here's palladium, here is copper, very, very similar formations, very similar type of price action, very bullish price action. I think you shouldn't try to fade it. I think that we're breaking out once again sooner rather than later, and then higher once again, right? Upside targets once we confirm which is the low, because there is a chance that we can see a lower low, right, within the context of this formation. Once we get a confirmed low, then we can fib extend and go for upside targets. We already have some longer term upside targets from this corrective move lower, and that points the 3,256 area as one level of interest to the upside. It's the 127% extension of this correction lower, right? But we once we confirm which is the short-term low here, we'll get some shorter term upside targets from FIB extending that as well. Okay. Now, having to do with platinum, I still think that platinum is weaker than the rest of the precious metals, but inescapably that's going to be moving to new highs as well, along with the rest of the complex. So I expect that sooner rather than later we're going to find a low in platinum as well, but we might need to extend all the way down to 1040 before we do that, and then push to new multi-year highs. Keep in mind that platinum is very, very, very far away from its all-time highs, right? Oppositely from gold. So I do think that eventually platinum is going to be at all-time highs as well. Of course, that won't happen overnight, but just to give you an idea of how bullish I am longer term, right? IYT, let's see what that is. IYT. Okay, it was not a triangle, so alternative B, a channel, right? That's why I've said many times, corrective formations, you need to give them some time before they, they develop. So this is the most likely formation in this case, because still the price action looks corrective in nature, right? Look how much time we've already spent, and we've retraced only a very, very, very small portion of the bull trend, right? So watch for this trend line support. Of course, there's always the possibility that this might take like more time to unfold, right? So keep in mind, we might need to be more patient. Anyhow, in any case, I do think that, we're breaking higher eventually, and probably sooner rather than later. XRT. Yeah. Now, I can't count this as a bullish breakout. And why is that? Because there is no momentum, right? So, we have to keep redrawing it a little bit. But the idea remains exactly the same, right? Some type of a consolidation here, prolonged consolidation, can break in either direction. But of course, breaking higher is the likely scenario, right? I would be very bearish if this was like an ascending wedge. So if price action unfolded in creating sequences of higher highs with divergence all the time present, but the way it's unfolding maintains the possibility of a bullish breakout as being the prevalent one here, right? So keep that in mind. Whenever we do this, we should be looking for, these are possible upside targets, 106 and 114.6. Okay. Okay, anything else, guys, gals, before we call it a weekend? Going once. ZM.
Zoom.
Zoom. Let's see what Zoom has to say.
Imagine if you say something negative about Zoom and our Zoom session closes automatically.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah, Zoom, seems like it's breaking the upside, as I said the other day, right? So, yeah, it hasn't done anything wrong yet. So the chances that we found the low over there near the 61.8 at this prior area of consolidation, the chances are very high. So, I think you have every reason, every argument to be bullish here. I'm so rich, short Kiwi. Let me see and tell you. Listen, I can tell you before I even pull up the chart, Kiwi has a chance of playing in your favor in the short term if the blue scenario is the one we're looking for, which might be the case. Now, I can tell you straight ahead why I would not be shorting it here. You can see why, right? Because as we speak, we're testing this channel trend line support. So we are currently, as we speak, right on support. So if I was you and I wanted to be short, I would be a little bit more patient, wait to see if we can punch through this trend line support and close below it on a daily and weekly closing basis, since today it happens to be Friday. And then I would be more than willing, if I believed in the blue scenario, to short it, Sunday night, Monday morning, something like that, right? But in my opinion, this is not the perfect area to be short for, the technical reasons you can see on my chart. But, I wish you every luck. And there is a chance that you're in the right side of this market, right? As I said, Kiwi looks like the technical scenario here might require one more leg lower before we can complete this correction we're seeing here. And then the market can be free to continue its recovery, its longer term recovery. So it might work out. Why not? Ruby. Let's see. Ruby. Okay. Still coiling, right? I think we're probably breaking higher. Let me be clear. But technically not broken out yet. If we want to, I think this is the most likely triangle that we should take into account. So getting there, you want to be super safe. Buy the breakout from the previous high over there to have a higher high. So, you want to play it super safe. Buy a break above 28.70. And, if that's the case, I think the chances are for a higher high. So there's going to be a lot more room to the upside. USD ZAR. Let's see what the South African Rand has to tell us. Where are you hiding? There it is. No, not long yet. Not as long as this previous trend line support is holding as a resistance, right? I think, you want to be a little bit more safe in trading this, in essence, counter trend. At least wait for a move above 14 again, something like that. That's what I think. We're seeing an attempt of a recovery, but I mean, it's so early. It has a huge chance of failing for the time being. Very, very inconclusive to begin with. And many, in this type of environment, we've seen so many false starts. In my opinion, you need to be a little bit more conservative with your entries, with what you call, in essence, a reversal, or a breakout. I mean, this market environment is very problematic for all that. FTCV. Where do you find all that, bro? FTCV. Yeah, this is such a, so little price action that, I always have problem with charts like that because we have so little price action that it is almost impossible to do technical analysis, right? Because so few key points, so few referral points. It is very, very hard to predict what's happening here. This, for the time being, looks to me some type of a big consolidation, and we're in the middle of it. So, in all honesty, I wouldn't be doing anything with it, right? I would look elsewhere. I would look for something else to trade. Bye, Alexander. Thank you, mate. mRNA, that's Moderna, right? Yeah. mRNA has broken out. As simple as that. And if you look shorter term, it even looks to me like it's forming a little consolidation above the breakout area. So I think higher. PLTR. Probably broken higher already. Yeah, I think it probably has already found a low. Let's see. I guess next target look towards 27.5. So I think higher. Bye-bye, mate. Okay, guys, gals, have a lovely weekend and enjoy the Euro, those of you that will be watching it.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.